guys! Welcome back to day 10 of our van life. I'm Kai.
And I'm Dee. Jake's outside.
Because we are now at home.
Yes.
Day 10.
Yes.
That was an epic van life adventure, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I was going through a lot of the videos yesterday, trying to transfer them onto the MacBook, and it is going to look absolutely amazing.
Amazing. And yes, so day 10 we decided to be back in Auckland sooner, so we've got enough time to do a bit of tidying up of the van.
We need to tidy up the van, and at the same time we need to make sure that I need to get some rest.
That too. Okay, so in this video we'll just show you how the whole return of the van process, some tips and what you need to do before returning the van. Dee's gonna share a bit of that, and also further or additional helpful tips if it's your first time to camper van here in New Zealand with your dog.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
What's the time?
It's cleaning time. It's all clean.
Yes. So what are the things that we need to check before returning the van?
So the van must be the same state as when it was given to you. Think of it as an Airbnb, home away from home. However, there's a few more things that you need to do, such as make sure that you empty out the gray water. So it's the gray water. Basically, it's the wastewater. So you just need to connect up that gray one, plug it in there, then you just pull this out, basically. And just pull the gray water, so there isn't supposed to be any gray water in the tank. Then also empty out the freshwater tank, as stated in the contract. And lastly, make sure that the toilet is clean. So when I say the toilet cassette is clean. And apart from that, you don't need to clean the outside of the car, of the van, but as long as the insides are clean.
Well, okay, why were you vacuuming?
We had to vacuum because, of course, as you know, we have a dog, and Jakey's fur gets basically everywhere.
Yeah.
And we brought our portable vacuum out. Cordless vacuum, really. And I was vacuuming, as you saw in the previous vlogs, a few times a day. If I don't, we will be covered in fur, which I'm always covered in fur anyway.
Good idea.
But yes. So that's why we brought our vacuum. We bought our extra sheets as well.
Yeah.
It's just because of Jakey. But if we didn't have Jakey, I probably wouldn't even need a vacuum, and I probably wouldn't need the extra sheets, because they do provide some room and dustpan underneath.
Yeah.
But yes, and I think we can share with them one of the top tips that they need to consider if it's their first time renting a camper van.
Right, so these are some additional helpful tips, I think. Now that we've gone through the whole journey of camper vanning the first time with our dog, there's a few things that I thought, I think this will be really helpful.
We need to share with our viewers
and future, camper vanners.
All right, so first one, what would be your first tip for someone that is wanting to do their first camper van trip?
Allow enough time to familiarize yourself with the van, including the driving, just because, both of us drive quite a bit in day-to-day lives, but driving a van is different, particularly this one, because it's
pretty long.
Yeah, it's a long one.
It's a 7.1 meter according to the, I didn't actually measure it, but according to the specs, it's 7.1 meters. So in those turns, in those windy roads of New Zealand, you gotta be extra careful.
Yeah, and I think because it's a different car as well from what you usually drive into. It's different, the brakes, the accelerator, the steering wheel. So ideally, if you can drive it around and play around with the control panels and do a mock setup. So then when you get to the actual trip, you're relaxed.
Yeah.
And you feel comfortable driving off.
Yeah, and at the same time, as you said, allow plenty of time in terms of travel time. So that's the second one, would be around travel time. Remember, this is 100 kilometers per hour, usually the maximum speed here in New Zealand. This is a long van. You probably won't be able to travel up to about 100. So allow yourself plenty of travel time. So when I say travel time is if you think that you're going to get to a place within 3 hours, you should add an extra 20% on top of that. I say that because the usual maximum speed limit here in New Zealand is 100, and you probably will only be averaging about to 80 kilometers per hour driving a long vehicle and a new vehicle, really, for you. And if you want to stop and things like that, if you go, oh, that's a good view, you have to add extra. For us, we probably added like about 30-40% because we stopped quite a bit because of the views and things like that. But yes.
Third tip
is
that look to spend maybe a whole 2 days in one area. That gives you enough time to rest from the drive, depending on your destination and how long or short your breaks or stops. It's always good to just have some lounging around time, doing nothing.
I get really cranky. You may have seen in some of the videos that if I stop talking, I'm tired. And it's just Kai going, oh, let's go have a
so maybe 2 full days per area, and depending on what you really want to do, and depending on how and depending on what activities you can do in the area, thereabouts, that gives you enough time to rest up and then enjoy the place as well, and notice everything that is in the area.
Yes. And your fourth tip, do you have a fourth tip for them?
Fourth tip is the idea of campervaning is freestyling a bit and not having everything planned. But like we said, we had Jake, so we needed to plan the trip for some parts of it. But look, if you're heading into a town and you don't know what's going on there and what you can do, pop into one of the visitor centers. They're very helpful. And they even, like, I went there and asked where could I walk our dog. They gave us information.
They're very, very helpful with those
brochures and pamphlets, and they're all free, by the way. And that's another tip for me that I kind of realized, oh, okay, well, I don't really need to know ahead of time a lot of the things, because actually those
eyesights,
visitor centers, they've got the current things.
They do.
Current events, all of that. So if you are planning to just hop into a van and just drive, best place to know what's going on is the town visitor center.
Yes. And lastly, your fifth tip for them.
Oh, and last tip is that we did rely on CamperMate, the app, for looking to places to stay, like Freedom Camping. But actually, there are a few Freedom Camping sites that are not on the CamperMate app.
That's right. So there is quite a few out there that we discovered along the way. Literally on the side of a river, on the side of a hill. Just when you think that they are just rest stops, they will actually have the camping sign that will say that you are allowed to camp there overnight. So just be on the lookout for those. And there's another app that we use, which is Rankers, very similar to CamperMate. I think they just use the same database.
But it's good to have two comparisons. So those are some of the additional helpful tips now that we've done the campervanning that we think would be helpful for those who are thinking to campervan with your dog. So we kind of started off this vlog series thinking how to campervan with our dog, but actually it's been a breeze. These applications, the information, they're all readily available. You just need to ask. And most of the places, as long as they have outdoor areas, like the restaurants and cafes, they allow the dogs to join you in your meal. So that's been no drama.
No drama. But the thing with Jake is, I think, is because he's 5 years old now. He has been such a breeze to take along.
Yeah.
He has been sleeping the whole time. That's why any of our speaking videos on the camper van, he's not there because he's literally like passed out.
Yeah, sleeping. He's probably tired from the trip.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, if you do have any questions, you can always message us on our
Instagram account, KayandD.
Yes, or comment on this video and then we will answer.
Yeah,
any
we'll be happy to help, guys.
questions.
It's
God.
yeah. Well, it's almost 3.
Yes.
We're meant to return the van at 4 p.m. today, so we're gonna get going.
Okay.
See you in a bit. Yeah. Thank you. See ya. Watch out for your vlogs. So, check out return.
Check out returned at 2,893 kilometers traveled.
Oh my god,
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
The lady was like, oh my god, that's a lot.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Alright guys.
We are now back in our normal car and I just feel awkward driving it now.
And yes, we said goodbye to the van.
Yes, we did. But yeah, so 2,893 kilometers. The lady was shocked because I told her before it was my first time. Well, it's going to be our first time to drive a van and a camper van. And she said we did very well.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gosh, that's almost 3,000 kilometers. Oh my god, that's a lot of driving we did.
But I guess we are going to be ending this van life series today and in this one.
Yep. Thank you so much for supporting this van life vlog series. We hope to do a bit more of travel, continue to give you hopefully fun, useful content. And yeah, just really appreciate all your support and ongoing support for our YouTube channel.
Alright.
Ending our van life vlog series here, day 10. Thank you so much guys. We hope you like this video, and if you do,
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
see you in the next vlog.
See you then.